Well, my name's Eric Couch, CEO of Provision Brokerage.
And I am Catherine Couch, president of Provision Brokerage.
And we have a funny story and started in that, I started on a 6-foot fold-out table in the back of an office with a 50-foot long extension cable that went all the way down the hall because, we didn't have digital phones back then. This was spring break of 1998. And I needed something to do over spring break, so I asked this friend at school, I was like, hey, I need something to do. And she's like, well, my dad has a company, maybe he's got something you could do. So I show up, and he has a desk in the back of the office, and he's got a set of papers here with like the script on it, and he's got all these phone numbers, and he's like, let's practice it a couple times. And then I just get on the phones, and I'm calling financial advisors, and I'm telling them. And I just had a blast, and they're like, that sounds great, tell me more. And I'm like, I've done this for like 8 minutes. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it does sound cool. Let me transfer you to one of the guys. And then I'd be like, but again, I've done it for like 8 minutes. So if I hang up on you, just call back because I'm just getting started. So I loved it. A year or so later, I start dating this cute girl from college, and a year later we get married. And I'm like, what should I do while I figure out what I did? I had a degree in vocal performance and education, and I decided I wasn't going to do that. And I'm like, well, I'm in this family that's always together. Always together. Like people say you should have a documentary because we're always together. Church together, after school meals together, we vacation together, and they're always talking business. So I was like, well, I'll work for them while I figure out what I want to do. 14 years later, I'm still there. And in 2012, we started Provision Brokerage, and Catherine and I started it. May the 4th be with you is when we started, and have just had a blast. I didn't say a word for the first 3 months. September, I sent out the first email. But in that 7 months of starting, we had 50% better than my best year ever to that point. And then our first full year in the business, we more than doubled that increase and just haven't looked back. And we've been so fortunate. The biggest part about getting into the Dallas 100 for us is the fact that, man, the people we work with work so hard.
Yeah, they do.
They've worked so hard, and we get the privilege and the honor of serving them. So, man, this is not just an award for us. This is an award for all the people that we serve every day, that you've worked hard, that you put us here. We didn't do this. You put us here because you worked so hard. So our staff, the advisors all over the nation, the IMOs that we work with, man, we're so grateful for you, and it's because of you that we're here today. So thank you. Wish you could be on the stage with us.